We coming up, y'all. Stay tuned. Share it out. Share it out right now. Storm Warning Show's about to go down. We are coming up in like 4 minutes. All right. What up, dog?
Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Let's go. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1Radio.com. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1Radio.com. Turn the radio up. BKS1. BKS1. BKS1 Radio.com. Turn the radio up. BKS1. BKS1. BKS1 Radio.com. Turn the radio up. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1Radio.com. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1Radio.com. Turn the radio up. BKS1. BKS1. BKS1Radio.com. Turn the radio up. BKS1. BKS1. BKS1Radio.com.
Welcome. Officially to the Storm Warning Show. Got to clap it up again. Shout out to everybody on checking. BKS1 Radio. We are in the building right now. I'm excited.
He just can't hide it.
Yeah, I just can't hide it. Another show with my partner.
Yes.
Hurricane Kiss.
Hola. ¿Cómo
Yes,
están?
yes.
Bienvenidos.
Oh, okay.
We bilingual today.
Yes. And I'm just humbly Storm Norm the General.
Yes.
No doubt.
El
Peace and blessings.
Chocolatino.
No doubt. Let me get some love. Shout out to Deborah Howland on the check-in, Ingrid Judge.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody trickling in on the Storm Warning Show. We are also live on BKS1 Radio TV on YouTube and everything. So before we introduce our guests and everything, you can just go to YouTube, go to BKS1 Radio TV. You can watch us there as well as Facebook. And first and foremost, I hope everybody has been well.
Yes.
Hope everybody has been enjoying themselves. The world sort of opened back up, but you still got to be careful and everything.
Sort of.
So, Kiss.
Yes.
I know a lot's been going on with you. What's up? Last time I seen you was recently.
It sure was.
Yes.
I feel like it's been
At
a
the
year.
cookout.
At
At
the
the
cookout.
cookout.
We was invited to the cookout.
Yes, yes.
Nah, the
yes.
cookout was dope. We had a good time. Aaliyah had me down. You saw her come. She's like, I was twisted.
5-year anniversary
Yes.
throwback cookout.
Happy anniversary to you and Sandy. It was awesome. It was just good
Yeah.
seeing everybody's faces and being able to really just engage and hug everybody because we haven't done that in so long.
A lot of good people there,
Yeah,
man. Just,
dope
it
vibes.
was just dope vibes.
Yeah.
Pilot, shout out to the girls came through. B Fine came through.
Yeah. Shout out to Jared,
Stevie D,
Stevie
Full
D,
Force,
Viola
Sykes.
Yes.
Just my peoples was in the building, man. All my family, friends.
Shout out to
and-
Soups. It was so good seeing Soups.
Yeah. Just the BKS1 Radio family, man.
Yes.
Appreciate everybody that came out.
We got to do that again before the summer's up.
No doubt. Now, tonight's topic is going to be love games. People that play games when it comes to love. I need my I got to say that again. Exactly. I'm going to say this
Why
again
you
now.
wanna play?
Nah,
You
we
should've played
ain't
that.
we ain't doing that. So I'm going to say it again. People that play games when it comes to love.
Yes. We ain't doing that. We doing this. What was that?
That was
you.
Yeah.
Shivers?
When you do this now. Y'all gonna just, yeah.
Yo, what? You look like caveman SpongeBob right now.
No doubt. Well, shout out to everybody on the check-in. Our guest is getting ready to come in before we introduce him and everything. Let me just give some love real quick, man, to people on the check-in. Let me find y'all real quick. Yeah. My thing is I got to go to my phone actually and see it because this one is limited.
Okay.
All right, but shout out to everybody on the check-in, and we have a great guest.
Yes.
That's going to come on tonight by the name of
Daniel
Ali.
Yes.
And author.
Yes.
Also Jersey born.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jersey
everything.
City, yeah.
I don't see no picture.
He has his hands on a lot from what we read.
Yeah, I want
We
to
don't
see
see
his
Daniel,
face.
but
Daniel, show yourself.
I'm trying to get there, brother. Give me a second.
All right.
he said, "Show yourself."
Like, brother, show yourself.
Show yourself.
All right, but anyway.
Yes.
Life has been great for me. The world is open back up. I'm getting mad gigs.
Mm-hmm.
Shows is popping up. This is popping up. So I have no complaints.
Amen.
It's just been a beautiful, blessed year for me, the crew, just everybody, man.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in my cipher, my circle, and
Always.
everything.
Yeah, we always keep each other grounded,
Yes.
no matter what.
Yes.
I'm grateful for that.
Definitely. I see Daniel getting ready.
Hey, sir.
All right.
Hey, how y'all doing?
How you doing?
No doubt. So let's properly introduce Daniel. Go ahead.
Okay, so I've been speaking to Daniel for quite some time, and, we were just trying to get readjusted, and I appreciate him being on the show today, especially since I asked him to be on the show, a month ago? But
something like that.
But he was very understanding. I definitely wanted to talk to him. I mean, we enjoy talking to anybody who's an author, but you're also a movie director. Is that the right term?
Well,
Screenplay?
I didn't direct the film. I produced it and wrote it.
Okay. And
So-
and also we have another member of the BKS1 family that we've had here many times before, Steven Check Fernandez, who's been in many
Facts.
web series that we've had him
Right,
here many
right.
times. And I noticed that he was also a part of the movie. That's also the book. So,
Yes.
So tonight we have Daniel Ali. We're gonna let him tell you guys what he has his hands in, because I know you used to be a correctional officer. I know you deal with children over at a recreational center, right? Youth with the youth in Jersey City.
That is correct.
You can tell it better than we
Matter
can.
of fact, that's why I'm all sweaty and stuff now. I just came in off the field with a bunch of little kids out there today. That's my thing with the Jersey City Department of Recreation. Yeah.
Nice.
So he from Chilltown.
He's from Chilltown.
Yes, sir.
So you know
Yes,
I'm
sir.
old school when I call it Chilltown.
I know. Yeah.
That's right. That's
Showing
right.
your age
That's
right
right.
now.
That's right. Yes, sir.
I used to run up and down Communipaw Avenue.
Oh, look, was he one of your
Okay.
children back in the day?
Okay.
imagine. You was one of his
That's
kids
what's
back
up.
in the day.
That's what's up.
No doubt. Now listen, man. I see you've done a lot of great things. Author, filmmaker, all of that. Tell us how did you get into writing? And where'd your love for film come from and all of that?
That's a good question. And if you don't mind, before I answer, I just want to say thank you to both of you for having me on. I've done a lot of research on your platform, and I've watched a lot of your content and the people that are that you guys deal with, and celebrities and a lot of top-rated people. It's such an honor for me to be here. So I just wanted to say thank you to both of you for this opportunity. I appreciate it very much.
We appreciate you for being on the show. Thank you.
No doubt, we appreciate you.
And shout out to Check too, because Check was the one that made the introduction with me and Kiss. So big shout out to him. As a great dude. I've only known him for about a year now since we shot the film, but I'm real happy that I met him. He's a good dude, and I'm real proud to have worked with him. And I think when people see the film and stuff, they'll see the good work that was done on it. So that's good. But to answer your question, I think I always knew that I wanted to write. That was kind of like always what I felt in my heart, you know what I mean, growing up. But, we came up in a time when our parents, they didn't do a whole lot of nurturing, gifts and talents. It was about go to college so you can get a job and fit in this corporate structure. And, unfortunately, my mother, God bless her, was a single mother, and she did the best she could. And I don't fault her for that. She did what she had to do to make sure that her son was going to be able to take care of himself. But so I didn't really follow through on my passions when I was young. And that's how I ended up in corrections and everything, because it was money. You know what I mean? It was a good job at the time, and coming out of the life that we all came out of, most of us, associated with the streets and things, and you try to do things differently. You want to get your foot in where you can. I was lucky enough not to have a criminal record, so I was able to make a move, and it was about putting food on the table. I had a family, and you had to do what you had to do. But it's funny at this age now. I've gotten to the point where I'm realizing one thing, and that thing is that tomorrow's not promised to any of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We never know when this ride is going to end. And wouldn't it be a shame that you spend all this time stressing and doing things that don't make you happy, and you never get into what really makes you happy, and then you're out of here before you even get a chance. So,
Amen. Amen to that.
Yes. True indeed. True indeed. Corrections officer, that's a tough job in itself, though.
Yeah. But brother, like I'm from the neighborhood, so I never had no problems in the jail. My problems was with my fellow coworkers.
Right.
That's usually how it is.
In administration, I worked any block in the building, never had a problem. Never. Not one time in the 20 years that I was there did I ever have a problem where anybody tried to physically assault me or anything like that. Not that I'm no tough guy or nothing like that, but I'm known in the community, and I treat everybody with respect. Just because you are incarcerated doesn't mean that you're not worthy of respect. Because if you're not worthy of respect because you were incarcerated, then that means my father is not worthy of respect because he was incarcerated.
Right.
And many of the people that I was locking up are people that I did dirt with too, and I know the only difference between me and them is that they got caught and I didn't.
See, that's real talk right there. That's real talk. Now, bro, what made you pick up that pen and say, you know what, I'm going to write some experiences and.
Well, I think honestly, it was always in me. Like I said, I always wanted to do it, and I've always been writing. I write. I got books of poems and things that I've done. But to be honest with you, COVID really was a blessing for me, in as much as it was a curse, because I had all this time now on my hands. For once, I wasn't running like a crazy man. I could actually sit down and put my mind to something. And when that happened, I mean, I wrote the book in 30 days, brother. I just rolled right through it.
Nice. Now the title, I'm loving it. So let me just show our listeners this right here. Love and the Game.
Yeah.
Love and the Game. Why that title, bro?
Well, because it's dealing with that dichotomy. It's dealing with those two dialectics. It's about a brother that's out here, and I used Jersey City as the backdrop. Even though it's a book of fiction, quote, you know what I mean? It's I wanted to keep it authentic. So I use the real places, the real things. And it's about a young brother out here that's getting money, a lot of money. And he's caught up in that. But at the same time, he's got this relationship with this woman that he's loved his whole life. And now she's married to somebody else. But, you know, that don't stop nothing. When love is in the mix, you know, it'll make you do wrong. Who was it? Bobby Womack?
Bobby
It'll
Womack,
make you do wrong, make you do right.
Yep.
And so that's what it is. It's about that relationship and him being trapped in between love for this woman and the game that he's involved in.
So, okay, so I have to ask a personal question now because, you know, we be digging. Can you relate to that? Have you ever been in a situation where you've been in that predicament?
Yeah. To be honest with you, if, you know, everything in the book, honestly, is really rooted very deeply in truth. Not all of it pertains directly to me. Right. My father was a tremendous influence in this story, in the life that he lived. My father had an IQ of 162, got a scholarship to Georgetown when he, you know, skipped all through school, but he chose the street. And he was, you know, a figure out there. He did his thing. Yeah. But, you know, at the end result, 42 years old, he was out of here, you know? And, you know, I'm sure if he had an opportunity to rethink or reset things, he probably would do things a different way.
Right.
So, you know, so he was a big influence on me in the story. In fact, I dedicated the book to him, you know, in his memory. He was a tremendous influence on the story, and then my own personal experiences and experiences of those around me. So when you read the book, even though it's fiction, you'll get that authentic smell because everything in it is really true, really. Right. It happened.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah, listen, it's okay to say allegedly on this show,
I know.
right? Because we don't want to compromise your job, bro.
Right, exactly.
You got a good job with those benefits.
Right.
You know, all of us ain't as fortunate as you.
I can't do with you.
This is true. This is true.
You all up in your taxes. Stop it.
Allegedly,
some
of these things actually happen, you know, allegedly. Okay. But so okay, so now I see also there's a film attached to this?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's a very exciting thing. And not only is there a film attached to it, the film has just recently been officially selected in the New York Hip Hop Festival as well as the Bronze Lens Festival in Atlanta.
That's dope.
So we're really excited. I'm waiting for notification with my fingers crossed from Cannes, which we were supposed to be notified in the next week, whether we've been accepted there or not as well. So yeah, you know, that's a very exciting thing for us right now, the film. And the funny story with that is when the idea, this whole concept of this book and this film has been with me for several years, more than 5 years. And actually, I started to try to write a screenplay. I went out and bought this expensive screenwriters, platform or software. And, you know, I was trying to write a screenplay for a film, and I got overwhelmed when I started thinking about everything that goes into making a film and what I would have to do. And I put it down and I left it alone probably for about 5 years. And then COVID hit and the idea came back. And I said, but what if I do it as a book? Because as a book, I don't have to worry about all the other things that I would have to do with a film, finding actors, scouting locations, getting permits and all of that. So I did it as a book. But after the book was done and people started reading it, I started getting the same comments from people. Yo, this is so dope, man. This should be, I could see this as a movie. It's like, this should be a movie. So it was funny. I'm like, wow. So it comes back to that. And when I thought about it, and I said, you know what, maybe they're right. Maybe I should look at it like that. And I made a call to my cousin. His name is Deshaun Gandy, who I know had written plays and done movies and things and had been an actor and he's involved. And I don't know nothing about none of this. So I said, well, let me call him and see what he says. He had read the book and he loved the story. So when I approached him about it and said, hey, what do you think about this? He said, oh, that would be great. Then I dropped the other shoe and I said, well, why don't you direct it for me? And he agreed, fortunately. And then that's how Czech and the leading female, Michelle Batista, that's how she got involved. They came in through him. Also, our DP came in through him. So me reaching out to him was the smartest thing that I did, because he was the one that helped to bring all of the pieces together that I needed to get the team right so that we could go through it. And we shot the whole film in, I think, 4 days, all right here in Jersey City. And the rest is history now.
So when you shot the film, 4 days, you sit in a room and you watch the whole film back, right?
Yeah.
And when you think about your book as opposed to the film, what was your reaction when you actually saw the film in its completion?
Right.
Well, I was pleased. I'm very pleased with the work that we did, honestly. I mean, hopefully, I mean, I sent you the trailer. I don't know if we'll get a chance to look at it.
We about to look at it.
Yeah, we're about to play
Oh,
it.
you'll get a glimpse of that. Well, I was very pleased with the work that was done. But to be honest with you, the film was never intended to tell the whole story of the book. That was never the purpose, because the book is 300 pages. Right. You can't tell it, and the film is only 40 minutes.
Right.
You know, I tried to approach it from the standpoint, and sister, you'll understand this, being a musician. This is kind of like a single for me to try to get the album deal. Right. You know, so this is just telling a little piece. I took enough from the film to give it a beginning, a middle, and an ending, but it doesn't do the book really any true justice. But the film itself stands on its own as far as the quality of the work that was done. So hopefully that will be enough to get interest from somebody who could say, hey, yeah, maybe we could invest in a larger project, which in my mind, what I would love to do is to do something along the lines of what RZA did with the Wu-Tang thing and do like a little 6 or 8 part series of it. Then I think I could tell the whole story.
Nice, dope, man, dope. Yeah. All right, so without further ado, shout out to everybody on the check-in, man, and a lot of ATL listeners too. Shout out to everybody.
Oh yeah, I got roots there. I got roots in ATL. I'm sorry. Please let me give shout outs down there. My mother, my sister, my daughter, my 2 grandchildren, my uncles. I got mad family. I actually went to high school and everything in Atlanta. So Atlanta is as much home for me as Jersey is. Now, I've just been back home for years, but Atlanta is always home. That was Old National Highway, Godby Road. That's my old stomping ground.
Right. So, listen. I went to school in Atlanta, so.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to the Arts Institute of Atlanta on Peachtree, and I stayed on Lenox Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm a South Side boy out by the airport.
Yeah, they kicked me back. They kicked me out of school, and I got reinstated.
Oh Lord! Well,
we got in some trouble, but look, the whole school came and petitioned so we can get reinstated back in the school.
Jesus.
So
shout
out to everybody. Man. That was one of my memories from in '89. So that's how long it's been since I've been in Atlanta.
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
Wow.
'89. I'm telling my age.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's about that time for me too.
All right, without further ado, we're going to watch this trailer, man. Love and the Game. We got the author here, also filmmaker, Daniel Ali in the building. He hails from Jersey City, Chilltown, my old stomping ground.
Oh, Lord. You're acting up in here.
Yes. So let's watch this clip, man, and let's talk about this clip. Let's watch it.
You out for self, you only doing for self. Where you gonna end up? By yourself. And ain't
Hold on,
That's how you answer your phone. Who this? Us? Ah, you remember me.
I remember everything. Oh, AD. What's with all the guys? Oh, them? It's my nephew. Oh, yeah? Well, this is my family.
What the hell am I doing? I'm completely out of control. I love my husband, but let's do it on the floor like we did when we were kids.
Keep your fucking money. I want his fucking Puerto Rican ass. I'm talking about money. This is business. Fuck you think? You my people. I can give a fuck about them spaghetti eating bastards. We family. Nothing comes before that, man.
Every time you walk out that door, my heart sinks because I don't know if it's the last time I'm gonna see you alive.
I'm trying to get us out, but I can't just walk away. There's people I have to think about, obligations I have to keep before I can bounce. You with me, man?
Look, I don't want to bother you. You think I can interrupt or something?
Nah, just a regular day.
I ain't never gonna change, always gonna be who I is. Always gonna be a gangster nigga, handle his biz. Type of nigga go home to the wife and the kids. Feed him some beef ribs.
He had me at the gunshots. It sound real as hell. You know how most movies like pew, pew.
Listen. First, let's clap it up again. I want to see the whole film. When can we see the whole film?
Well, you know, because we're in the festivals, there's, you know, restrictions on how and when we can put that out until after the festivals are done. But I am actually doing a live private screening in Jersey City on Communiport, brother, down there at the Junction at a spot called The Loft. Big shout out to Talonda Griffin-Ross in The Loft. She's great. They've been great down there. I did a book signing there. It was through the roof. And now we're doing the private screening of the film there. So, you know, I'm real excited about that. But you and me get together after this is over, and, you know, I'll arrange for a virtual opportunity for both of you, and I'll get the film to you so y'all can check it out.
Somebody looked familiar in that film. It was a sister you had in that film. It looked like this girl named Kalia. I don't even know. Kalia.
Name who?
I think her name is Kalia Janelle. It was the sister. I'm gonna show the clip again before the interview was over, but it looked like I recognized her. I'm usually good with faces, but I don't know. It looked like
the young lady I think you're talking about, her name is Ashanti Jordan. Is her name? She's from Jersey City as well.
Yeah, from JC. She looked familiar though. Yeah.
She's and I want to please, and you know, we talk about Check and Michelle, and we can't talk about them enough because they really did a fantastic job with the act, and I was very impressed with their professionalism and how they, you know, dedicated themselves to their craft. But I also want to shout out the other supporting actors because they are not even professionally trained actors. And they came up, I mean, like, brother and sister, you won't believe it. Darwin Roman, Ashanti Jordan, my brother Hassan Ali, Guillermo Fernandez. I mean, they put in tremendous performance. David Rika, these guys, they did a great job.
No doubt,
Fantastic.
no doubt. Shout out to Ingrid Judge. She on the checker. She said ATL shorty.
Hey,
she said ATL shorty, and then she said Chilltown baby.
I can't do it.
No doubt. Man, listen. The product is looking good.
Yeah.
I put the link in. Listen, everybody that's on my Facebook page, I put the link where you can actually purchase the book. It's called Love and the Game by Daniel Ali. You can get it on Amazon. I'm gonna get mine after the show, bro.
Yes,
because
definitely.
I like the support.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So are you guys planning on turning this into like one of those like trilogies, like almost like how they had True to the Game? Making like a part 2, depending on how the first one goes, or are you not really like anticipating?
Well, you know, that was never a thought of mine. I've had a few people ask me about that, and I hadn't really thought about that. But I can, you know, honestly, the backdrop to the story is so deep that I thought about maybe at some point I would do something that would be more like a prequel, though,
right.
to show maybe a little bit more of AD, who was the main character, show him his mother, his father, and his father's influence on him, because his father, you read in the book, was out there in the street as well. So I might do something along those lines. I don't know for sure yet.
Okay.
Question for you. Love
Yes, sir.
in the Game. Now, is it possible for men or a brother that's been in the game so long, doing his little dirt, doing his little hustle, whatever, and the right woman just comes along and makes him say, you know what, I'm leaving the game. I'm leaving the game. I'm out. I'm done. Forget. I don't care about the money no more. It's about this woman. Do you think that's true life, real story?
I would have to say yes. It's not the rule; it's the exception to the rule. But I would have to say yes. And I want to say at this point, that was part of my motivation as well, because, you know, the story about the gangster in America has been told 100,000 times, you know, but all the time, and I say this to everybody I speak to, whenever it comes to the Black or the Latino so-called criminal, we're always portrayed in a very one-dimensional way. You know, no disrespect to characters like Nino Brown, which became an icon, but I use that as an example. There's nothing redeemable in that character. You know, there's nothing there for you to really dig into, to love, or to root for. When I think about gangster movies, for me, arguably, The Godfather is one of the greatest pieces of cinematography ever done.
Facts.
I mean, and even the book by Mario Puzo, I was influenced by that very heavily. But when you think about that character of Don Corleone, this is a dude that's a straight murderer, a killer, a gangster to the core. But he's very loved and respected because of the way he carried. You see his human side. You see his love for his family. You see the honor that he wore. But we never get portrayed in that way.
Right.
We're only just a crazy thug killer that's out there selling drugs, destroying the community, nothing redeemable about him. So I wanted to present a story about us, not shying away from the truth of what we deal with in the streets, but to show that many of these brothers out here, and I know this for a fact because I come from there and I have family that come from there, they're not just one-dimensional. You know, they're human beings who have a lot of love and a capacity for a lot of good too, but they just get caught up in the system. They get caught up in the game. And so to answer your question, I would have to say yes. I think it is possible.
You know what? I agree. Because I do think that the right woman can change a man that's out there doing some dirty things. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a movie like this, a book like this, Love and the Game, is needed. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, let's be honest. You know, if you grew up in the hood or you live in an urban environment, whatever, you see people that glorify the wrong things.
Right.
All the time. They glorify the wrong things all the time. And they never see, you know, sometimes you got the type of people that never see an outlet.
Right.
You know, like an outlet to all of that. And the right woman, I ain't talking about a woman that comes along and try to keep you in the game.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's somebody who sees beyond what you see for yourself.
Exactly. You know.
Well, I mean, and when you think about it, brother, that's a woman's function and purpose. She's there to give us a different point of view, to give us a different look at something, because, you know, that it's a cliche behind every great man is a great woman. But there's a lot of truth in that. You know, this is why the enemy has worked so hard to divide the black man from the black woman. And when I say that, I mean black and Latino, all of us as African people of the diaspora. You know, they want to keep us divided one against each other, because they know when we come together, that's where the true strength is.
Facts.
So, you know, a good woman will give a man a totally different perspective and give him a different look and a different view, not only on his own reality, but on how he can change that reality for the better of others as well.
Right.
Listen, man. First, let me applaud the brother. Shout out to Daniel Ali. Shout out to the book, Love and the Game. Shout out to the film that's going to drop. Love and the Game. And listen, man, I get it why you can't put it out there on Tubi and YouTube and whatever. Yeah. I get it, because you got to rock these film festivals and they got certain rules and all of that. But look, Slide Me and Kiss, that private preview.
Slide me some
I got you. Nah, I'm gonna hook you up with a nice private link, so when you're home chilling amongst with your people or whatever, you can enjoy it there on your, you know, for yourselves.
You see Norm over there hustling links. Look at you.
Listen.
You showing your fellas.
I'm gonna do more than that with the hustle. Listen, also me and Kiss, we can act.
Oh Jesus.
Okay.
Me and Kiss, we can act.
He be acting.
Listen. So if you do some webisodes or some extra episodes of this joint, just let me be the bad guy, because I'm always the good guy.
Yeah, because every other week he's calling me a bubblehead, so we good over here.
I'm always the good. Let me play the bad guy or something.
Over here.
I'll get shot. I don't mind. I'll die an episode.
Why you want to die all the way? Right, we even give yourself a chance. You right away asking to die? Like, what's wrong with you? Sheesh.
Nah. But listen, bro, good work. Again, I can't wait to see the film and everything. So what's next after Love and the Game and the book, the movie? What's next after all of that?
Well, you know, it's funny. I wrote a new novella.
Novella.
Yeah, and it's called Across the Middle, And I tried to move a little bit away from what I did with Love in the Game because I don't want to be seen as that's the only thing I know how to write about.
Right.
So this one is a little bit different, but it's still, I can't get away from bringing out that realness, because for me, I think we today need to use art as much as possible to influence, what's going on around us. And if we can keep, the stories real and relevant, then people will be interested. Because I think one of the biggest things we need to do in art, whether we're musicians or artists or filmmakers or what have you, authors, is that we need to tell our own stories, because for too long we've let other people tell our stories for us. And then we complain about how they do it. And, who's really the fault there? Is it us or is it them?
Yeah.
Why would you trust somebody else to tell your story for you? So, so Across the Middle is a different look. It's about an older brother in his later 40s whose wife leaves him. And, he's kind of messed up over that, but he falls for a 24-year-old grad student at Montclair State.
Why are you clapping so hard? I'm going to need you to sit down.
Oh, my bad.
He got excited for nothing. Look at you. Can you relate?
Yeah. But she's got some secrets of her own that come out, and, it makes it a little interesting.
Oh, Lord.
So,
quick question. See, now, I want to be in that movie.
Yeah.
So just you don't have to answer if you want. Does she do him dirty?
No, she doesn't, actually. She doesn't. But she's doing herself dirty. And it comes out in the story. And so both of them in their dysfunctionalness find their way to one another across the middle and make it better for each other.
I like that, man. Bro. Let me
We
find
didn't even
out.
get a chance to read the first one. He already hitting us with the second one.
He on his Tyler Perry hard.
Right. So wait, Across is not out yet, right? Or is it?
No,
Not yet.
I put it out on a limited basis
Okay.
because I entered it into a storytellers contest that Amazon has. So I put it out on a limited basis, but I haven't really gone full throttle with it yet.
Okay.
I really and honestly, the only reason I ended up doing it that way is, and this is why I'm really looking. My main focus right now is I'm shopping for an agent. That's really what I need at this point, to try to hook me up with a publishing house, because I had to go live with the book just to be able to get the copies that I needed to do some promotional things.
Right.
Because that's the way Amazon is set up. So it kind of forced me to go a little bit sooner than I wanted to, but I just haven't advertised it or anything like that, But but I've been getting some good responses from it on a limited basis, the people that I have been exposing it to.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna be honest, man. 40-something-year-old man and a 24-year-old girl. Eventually, you run into a roadblock, though. I'm sorry. when you start talking about what type of music you like, whatever.
Yeah.
And she like hot girl summer.
Yeah, but no, but that's not always true. It
And
depends
you like
on your
Summer
upbringing.
Breeze.
No, but we were just singing that earlier. We was literally just singing that earlier. But that's not always true. It depends on a person's upbringing. You know what I mean? You have 20-something-year-olds.
That's a
like my daughter.
16-year difference.
I'm just saying, it depends.
No,
like,
it's more than that. It's because he's 48 and she's 24, so it's like 25 years, 24 years.
Sheesh.
Oh yeah, that's crazy right
Could
there.
work, maybe not. It's not that bad. But honestly speaking, I feel like that's the norm now. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that's too far fetched from reality.
Still with him?
No, I don't think it is either, because the thing is,
talk about this off the air.
When two people are at a certain point in their lives where they can intersect, it doesn't really matter about the age.
Right.
He's lived a life being very repressed and not really not being true to himself. And then, he meets this woman who is completely, uninhibited. She takes him to places that he never even knew existed. And he helps to give her a sense of grounding as she fights and struggles against her own demons, because she's got some serious issues. And I'll give you a little. She's got a little lightweight problem. You know what I mean?
Say no more.
Nose candy.
Say no more. That was the
She got some demons.
She got some
All right.
demons,
She
all
got
right.
some demons
Okay.
that she's been hiding, you know.
Dang.
So it makes for I think a good story. And what I like about it is I did it as a novella, so it's only 120 pages.
Right.
It's a very easy read. You could take the whole story in. I mean, if you're a real reader, you'll read it in a day. Even if you're a semi-real reader, 2 days and you're done.
Right. So wait,
Nice.
so Daniel, what's your nationality? Because you keep saying novela. So what's going on?
Well, naturally, you look at me, you can see who I am. But my background is Brazilian, you know. So, but my ex-wife is from Ecuador. I have my little daughter is part Ecuadorian. So, but you know, my thing, Kish, with that, I like to see that Black people need to learn to just be Black people. It doesn't matter if we're from Puerto Rico, from Cuba,
Absolutely.
Jamaica.
say that.
Bahamas.
Absolutely.
Say that, man.
Absolutely.
You know, we need to learn to just be who we are and
My brother.
stop trying to follow these guidelines that other people have put, these divisions that other people have put, you know, in between us, when
Right.
the truth of the matter is the only difference between the brother in Jersey City and the brother in Rio de Janeiro is who we were slaves to.
Exactly. Exactly.
Come on,
But I
talk
think
about it.
that's always. I don't know why that's such a there's such a huge gap when it comes to stuff like that. As far as like just people being afraid or being embarrassed as to where they're from. But again, like you said, I think it's mostly because of what people have already put out there. So now you've become conformed to just believing that this is what I have to do. I have to hide. It's ridiculous, but hopefully.
I mean, it's the society again.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you think a smaller population can rule a bigger population unless they keep those people divided against one another?
Yeah.
If we knew that we are all connected and that we really are all one people and we're not a minority nowhere, wherever we are.
Absolutely, absolutely. But we need a lot more people and just a lot more situations to change the narrative because it's way beyond.
One of the things I always say, I'm repetitive with this statement. The devil's biggest weapon is division.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Is division. And I always said that. And it's like, listen, if he could divide, he can conquer.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And that's what's happened. And that's what's happening today.
Man.
And then now we further divide ourselves. You know, this one is light skinned, this one is dark skinned, this one got this kind of hair, this one got that kind of hair. You know, I talk to people. I got good friends. I talk to people, Dominicans. You know, no disrespect, Black is the ace of spades, but I'll look you straight in your face and tell you ain't Black. I'm Dominican, but Dominican is not a race. That's nationality, brother.
Exactly.
Speak on it. Speak on
teach
it.
these kids.
Listen, we gotta bring you back for a part 2, bro.
Absolutely. And you close, so we gotta get you in here.
Yeah. We gonna actually get you in the station.
Where are y'all at?
We located in Plainfield, New Jersey.
Yeah.
We're actually we're actually right on the train line. We're actually right across the street from one of the major train lines out here. So it's easy to get to.
I would love to come down. I would love to come down and be with y'all in person one day.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Definitely, man. Listen, we wish you much success with
Thank
your
you.
book, the film, all of that. I'm just looking forward to great things from this brother.
Yeah.
And everything.
And we already gonna put those prayers up for the film festivals to get this
Thank
moving.
you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and on that second book, when you start shooting the film for that, actors.
Nigga, look, we got eyes in the room. We got Luciano in here already raising his hand.
Yes.
In case you need somebody. And people in the chat saying the same thing.
You know, if I got to audition or send you my reel, bro, we'll do
Jesus.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Watch, he gonna make a reel tomorrow, Daniel.
And Kiss, I'm always looking out for a hot girl Latina.
Bang.
Estoy aquí, estoy
Bang.
presente, niño.
Bang.
Estoy presente.
Bang.
Bang.
Oh, you know, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Listen.
Yeah, you know. You just you don't know the dialect, but he know.
Que tenga un buen fin
Que
de
tenga- yeah,
semana.
there you go. That's all he That's all he knows is Spanish. He a fool.
Caliente,
Okay.
right? Caliente.
Exactly. But no, we would be more than honored to be a part of anything you have going on. Like, I really just love your vibe. I love
Good
just
vibes.
how
Thank
patient
you.
you've been with us, because it's been a ride this year. Just with COVID and everything shutting down,
Yes,
and having to
yeah.
regroup. But Norm, I told you online, I was like, Norm's just been really busting his behind and just keeping the station,
Right.
in good graces because that's what he does. You know what I mean? This is a platform that we need to keep on using to have people like you on to be able to promote your talents and stuff. And I'm really, really glad that look at that. I'm gonna read better next time. Glad that you were able to finally just make it and just have the discussion with us. I appreciate
thank you so much for keep reaching out. And again, I really love.
I know you were sick of me. You like, listen here, girl. You said last week, not this week. But I appreciate you,
mommy. Look, I try to live my life like Chuck D said. I try to live it low. You know what I mean? No stress. No stress.
And the brother got hip hop.
He got hip hop, yeah, exactly.
And he got hip hop coach. That's my brother for life now.
Jesus, he about to adopt you.
Listen, man. Again, man, keep doing what you're doing. Again, we're gonna definitely have you back for part 2 and everything, man.
Thank you.
We wish you the best at these film festivals and all of that. Again, for everybody listening, you can go buy get the book right on Amazon.
Yeah.
Love in the Game by Daniel Ali.
Yeah, we'll definitely be sharing the link on a post.
The link is in my post, so y'all can click right on the link in my post and get that. Ingrid, get that book.
Yes,
I see you, Mama. Go get that book. Shout out to Denise Sparrow on it. Denise, what's good? Yes, y'all click on that link, get the book. It's in my post and everything. Leave a little comment and said you heard about Daniel on the Storm Warning Show, BKS1 Radio. And everything, and man.
And we don't have any of the handles as far as like IG and stuff like that for like any of the actors except for Steven Check Fernandez. Also follow him on Trucking Flyware. He's awesome. Michelle Batista.
Michelle Batista also is on her. She's got a good imprint on IG as well.
Okay, so Michelle Batista, yes.
I'm going to follow.
Just please, if I could, just one more time, just say thank you to all of my team, Check, Michelle, and Deshaun, and David Rika, Darwin Roman, Ashanti Jordan, Hassan Ali, my son Sharif Ali, Guillermo Fernandez. Thank all of y'all for helping out and making this happen for me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely, anytime.
No doubt, man. Peace and blessings, man. Again, we wish you the best.
Thank you so much, Daniel.
Take care. God bless.
God bless.
No doubt.
Talk soon, for sure.
Good brother right there.
Yeah, he's dope. Always great conversation with him, and he's just been like very supportive. And it's funny because he told me, he's like, I love what you guys do, so I just want to be on and just be able to sit and talk. So it was a pleasure having him on finally.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Listen. Phone lines are open 646-233-1302 if you want to discuss anything that we talked about in reference to Daniel Ali and about the topic. Just love in the game.
Yeah.
Love in the game.
I heard somebody on the chat. I'm not sure if she's still on or not, but she said this sounds like my life. I think she logged off though. So that's what I want to know. Like if anybody calls in, cause see, we were going somewhere else with it, but now that we know that it's pretty much.
We can go there.
I mean, we can still go there too, but I'm interested to hear if anybody has ever been through that. You know what I mean? Like.
How many? I'm just curious for the listeners right now, for the ladies listening, fellas listening too.
Yeah.
How many is honestly struggling? I want some real talk. Right, we're gonna have some real talk right now. Hold on. Let me re-up.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Tonight's sponsors is Ron Diaz.
Tonight's sponsors also.
Especial.
Don't be saying.
Especial. Coconuts.
Hard. Coconuts. Coco.
Ron Diaz.
Rondia.
Rondia.
Ron.
Ron.
It's almost like rum in Spanish. Ron.
Ron
Diaz.
Yeah,
but it's Ron Diaz.
Ron
Trying to make it sound special.
Yes. That's our sponsor tonight.
Okay.
That's our sponsor tonight. So listen. Let's keep it 100, right?
Yes.
How many of y'all are struggling out there with trying to find the right person? Real talk. Just struggling with trying to find the right person. Too many games. You meet somebody. I've been married for 5 years, so I don't even understand the dating game right now.
Right.
I don't even know how it is right now to find somebody you like online, or you meet them at a bar or a church function or whatever like that, and the whole process anymore. I don't even understand anymore because I've been out the game.
Yeah. I mean, I think it depends on the person's situation. You know what I mean? I think it, just thinking about like what we just talked about as far as the book, obviously that's kind of, I hate to say one-sided, but it's kind of one-sided when it comes to the concept. You know what I mean? You don't find too many girl hustlers out there and have a guy that's trying to change her or whatever the case may be. Now, it could be a situation where if you're dating somebody, maybe she's a stripper and the guy don't want to be a stripper no more. It could be, maybe I can think of that.
I mean, power. Remember Notori tried to keep what's his name, Ghost into it.
Right.
He wanted to get out of it.
He wanted to get out of it, right?
And it's like, no, you better make that money and
Yeah.
sell them drugs.
I mean, but again, I just think it depends on the situation. Like, and to kind of answer your question, like, I used to always think online dating, like meeting people online, was like the strangest thing ever. Until like one of my relationships actually stemmed from that. Like, it was mutual friends of someone else or whatever. But we met online, but I knew him through someone else.
Right.
And that was 4 years. Like I've always had like long-term relationships or whatever the case is. And I feel like in my situations, and pretty much most of them or whatever, they were very different for me because, of course, everybody's different. Sometimes you get with somebody who's driven. Sometimes you get with somebody who has goals. Sometimes you get with somebody who doesn't really have anything going on, but they're trying to figure it out. And I think it depends on your own maturity to figure out how you want to go about that.
Right.
Like in this situation, yeah, he worked, he didn't have like 6 figures. He didn't have this grandiose position somewhere, whatever the case was. But as a person, because I connect with people depending on personality wise and who they are or whatever.
Right.
And I could tell, I knew that he had ambition and he was determined to make something for himself, a better life for himself or whatever the case was. And I've always been that kind of patient person, you know what I mean? Who wouldn't judge just because, your occupation was this, that, or the third. You know what I mean? I've been with broke guys. I've been with guys that had money, but that didn't impress me. Like that's not what drove me to be in the relationship. You get what I'm saying? So I think that nowadays, I know nowadays things are a lot different because I don't think anybody has patience for any of that. You know what I mean? I don't think a lot of women, y'all could, we always gonna get daggers, but a lot of women don't have patience for a brother who's trying to make it or trying to figure their life out, but they expect to have a man who got it all figured out. And I've never really understood that. I've always understood this pattern. Like my mom used to always tell me, you're gonna go on a date, go Dutch, pay for something. You know what I mean? But sometimes you meet guys who don't want you to pay for it. You know what I mean? It depends. So I don't know how you came up, if you were like the provider or you were like the one who really didn't care if the girl has something. If I take her on a date, I'm paying for everything. You know what I mean? But now things are very different. He ain't got no money.
Things are different.
Very different.
I came up
and scary.
seeing my mother and father work together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They worked together. They both pitched in and made it work and everything. Me and Sandy the same way.
Absolutely.
We pitch in
yep.
and we make it work. But getting back to the essence of it, the games and everything, I see a lot of people struggling to find somebody.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people front to and like I'm single and I'm happy. I'm single and I'm happy. Now listen, finding somebody don't necessarily determine your happiness.
Right.
Because you can be, of course, you're supposed to be happy by yourself, but overall, I see people really struggling. They want love. They're looking for that special person and everything like that, but they keep running into roadblocks. So if somebody can relate, call in 646-233-1302. You see the number right there, or put it in the comment section and we'll read your comments and all of that because it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. And even with me, being married, and I sit back and I watch my friends that's not married, I'm like, damn, I'm glad I ain't got to deal with that. I'm like, damn, I'm glad I ain't got to go through that.
You out the woods with that, yeah.
Or I read, one of Kiss posts, I'm like, who's getting on her shit now? Who's getting on her nerves right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's she pissed at right now?
But you know what's so funny that and I think it's a really huge misconception with IG and social media, period. And I'm sure people hear this all the time. Oh, what I post don't necessarily gotta be about me. I post a little bit of everything. If I'm feeling a certain kind of way and I come across a meme that I can relate to or that resonates with me, I'm gonna post it. And I may share a little whatever. I'm not gonna have you in my business. You know what I mean? That's for my close my close circle. But sometimes you could just read something and you really could, again, you can respect it because you know that you don't want to go through that, or you've seen it happen, or you feel like it's the norm. You get what I'm saying? And lately, if you, I mean, I know you see my page. Like, I post stuff that I feel like I see it, whether it be about me or my cousin could be going through it, or you have been through it. And I'm like, oh, I remember when no one told me a story. It could be anything. I just get sick. It's sick, and I get sick and tired of always, again, seeing this narrative out there of what people think relationships are, what people think love is, or, you know, the essence of marriage, and how that's a warped perception now, because people don't believe in, people believe in effing with this, that, and the third, because that's what makes them happy.
Right.
Like, everybody has their own story, you know what I mean? And I respect everyone's story. But at the end of the day, you know, like, you got to look at what your life consists of and what you want, and you're not supposed to pattern what you want and what your life is after everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes you just, you know, you post to inspire, you post for a laugh, or whatever the case is. But if I can relate to it, I'll say I can relate to it. You feel what I'm saying? And sometimes people call that subs and whatever. I'll tell people to I'll tell people to their face how I feel.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's, you know, it's just about sharing experiences or whatever. And yeah, man, it's crazy. It's scary out here.
You know what?
You know, somebody was getting on my nerves.
I'm gonna keep it 100. So, like, maybe about 2 weeks ago, one of my boys, of course I ain't gonna put his name out there, but one of my boys who happens to be single was going after this girl. I actually knew the female too. Okay. Whatever. Good woman, good person. She's pretty. She's nice, grounded, good stable job, all of that, whatever like that. Just like good people and everything. Sweet person. And I know my boy. My boy's just, he's my boy. You know what I'm saying?
That says a lot.
And I know he was pursuing old girl. I pulled him aside, right? And this is how I knew, like, I grew the hell up and I matured, because I pulled him aside and said, listen, bro, if you're not ready to make nothing really happen serious with this girl right here, because I knew her too, I'm like, just leave her alone.
Leave her alone, yeah.
Just leave her alone.
Yeah.
If you're not really ready to you know, to take it to another level, if you're not really ready to treat her right and show her some respect, blah, 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 and, you know, take it for the long haul, leave her alone, bro.
Yeah, that's why I respect that saying.
Because
yeah.
she good people.
Yeah.
Like, she good people, you know, it's a good person, whatever like that. And he was like, damn, Norm, am I that effed up? Am I that messed up? I said, I'm not saying you messed up. I'm just saying you're not ready.
You're not ready, yeah.
And that's the key thing I had to harp on with him. You're not ready.
Yeah.
And it's okay if you're not ready, but don't pull nobody else into your bullshit.
And that's my
Do
that's
not
my
pull
thing.
other people
And
into
it
your bullshit
goes
if
for
you're
both
not ready.
sides.
That goes for
Yeah,
men
absolutely.
and women.
Like,
don't pull other
don't
people
disturb
into your
my, like,
bullshit
if you're not ready,
ready.
exactly. If you're not ready to match some type of consistency as far as like having something that's nurturing, having something respectful, or whatever the case may be, just don't disturb me. You get what I'm saying? And again, and that's not every situation, because sometimes, you know, we, Lord Jesus, out of experience, I know that I have put myself, and I'm this is an accountability moment. You know, we sometimes put ourselves in situations, and we deal with certain people that we know good and goddamn well we shouldn't be.
Right.
But like, you know, I always hear Leah's voice in my head. You can't help who you love. You can't help who you love. You can't help, you know, what your heart feels for somebody, or whatever the case is. And we get that. But I just feel like nowadays, especially with us being as old as we are, we have to just start being a little bit more mindful and being a little bit more respectful to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Just as far as, like, you know, value yourself and know your own worth, to understand, like, yo, you deserve more. Why put yourself in a situation that's not going to progress? And you know where I'm coming from.
Right.
And it's not about putting nobody on the chopping block. It's not that serious. But I'm just saying it's a growth moment for myself, because sometimes we have to separate ourselves from a situation or people that we absolutely adore and love, because, you know, it's one-sided. One-sided situations never work, because at the end of the day, you allowed yourself to be in a situation, so now this person feels like, well, you know, you chose to be here too.
Right.
So just take it and whatever. And it's like, really?
That's why you my favorite MILF.
You know what? Do you know what? But I'm just saying, like, you live and you learn, yo. You live and you learn. And, yo, it's just, love is a scary thing, especially nowadays. If you find somebody that you can really have great conversation with, and you mesh, and you have,
You stole that from Ori.
I saw what from Ori?
What?
What? That's actually my niece. Yes, me and Ori picked it up from Sheree. Yeah, she's like, what? What are you talking about? But it's true. Like, yo, I honestly wish that we were like back in the day. Like back in the day, getting together with somebody and dating was so simple for us. I don't know. To me, it was. I felt like back in the day we cared about being best friends and what do you like and what do you. So to find an adult that you can speak to and really like learn one another, they're out there. No, trust me, I know that they're out there, but it's just hard to find because then you have people who are so scarred and so damaged and broken, from other situations. And not me. I'm very good at not bringing somebody else's faults into a new situation because you can't blame everybody and fault everybody else for something somebody else did. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes to relationships, that's like one of the hardest things because you're sitting in front of a person that you say, I absolutely love your face. I absolutely love your smile. I love how I feel when I'm around you. Oh my God, we have so much in common and we laugh and we have a good time. But then it's like, oh, but I don't trust you. You know what I mean? And that's scary to feel that way. And I think more people, are more afraid to open up. Like I'm very open to letting down my guard to a certain degree. But it's like when you've been through so much, and again, by fault of my own sometimes, but it is what it is. And you just have to like just really just try to go at it and just see what's out there.
That's
why I applaud you, yo. That's why, and I've said it. I was like, yo, and not saying like you was ratchet and you was out there, because I never saw that side of you, if any. But I know for a fact. No, I'm saying what? What are you holding your chest for?
Never ratchet.
Oh, please. No, ratchet? I'm just saying as far as old Norm, young Norm, the Norm that made mistakes and whatever. Of course. But what I'm saying is, I feel like what we were talking about early speaks volumes because like you and Sandy are literally like best friends. Like you guys, I'm sure everything is not perfect. I'm sure of that.
No.
I see y'all arguing in front of me and I be laughing at y'all like, if y'all don't stop this shit. But it's dope to me because of the fact that at the end of the day, you guys are a team. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, we're best friends and we're this and we're that and y'all fake the funk. Y'all are a team. Y'all really work at getting things together for each other. It's not, oh, I got you or you got me as one hand washes the other, and people have to learn more of that. And it takes growth. Somebody sit your ass down. I'm just saying, because I know when you were single, like I said, even when you were single, you wasn't out there like being a little thotty-waddy. I don't think you were. I thought you were very respectful and you were calm and you just let stuff happen. I mean, whatever he did behind closed doors, I'm gonna eat my shit. I'm gonna eat my cherry. I'm trying to have you back here. Were you just singing in the upper room?
No, the Pimp of the Year. That was from
No, don't do that.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Don't
right?
do that.
Pimp of the Year.
Yeah, Pimp of the Year.
Pimp of the Year. Pimp of the Year.
See, Warrior King 32 said, "I want to have love. I'm single, but I want someone that I can grow old with." I feel you.
Yeah. Everybody wants.
And how old are you?
See, when I see people on this, I'm happy, I'm single, I'm having fun, I'm living. Listen. Don't. Yeah, but listen, who you fronting for?
Yeah.
Because I think everybody is meant to be with somebody.
But you know what it is?
At the end of the day.
Some people see that as a weakness. Some people feel like, oh, you don't need some. Like, I think people
no man.
There's a big misconception about, oh, when you hear somebody go, I feel so complete with him, and people make it seem like that's a bad thing. I don't think that everybody means like I wouldn't be shit without this person, or I'm gonna die. I'd rather be in the grave if I don't have love or a mate. Thank you. And I say all the time,
even animals got that.
First of all, animals are more loyal and freaking dope to each other than humans are, and that's sad. You know what I mean? Dogs, I don't walk by and y'all humping. I ain't get a hump today. I'm just saying. Animals have more compassion and more whatever than humans do. And I'm not gonna get emotional when I say this, but I always say, I'm like, and there's no shot at my mother, cause like really, but like I remember one of the last conversations that I had with my mom before she passed away, like a couple of days before, we were talking about just life and love, and I had just had Ori, and she was in the hospital still, cause she was there like for a while or whatever. But when we came home and we were laying in bed, she asked me like, "What do you want?" What she asked me was Ori's father what I wanted? And at the time, I'm like, girl, I'm 18. Like, I'm like head over heels over this guy. I'm in love with him. That's my daughter's father.
Head over heels, no pun intended.
No pun intended. Raceway Park. So my whole thing was at the time, like, yeah, I love this guy. We've been together since we were 13. That was my first real everything at first real experience or whatever the case is. But I told her real talk, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what I want. You know, I hope to keep my family strong and keep it together. But if all else fails and we go our separate ways, I hope that we can still just raise her and do right by her. That was my only concern. And I remember my mother, you know, kind of like softly saying it and almost felt embarrassed to say, like, you know, as old as I am right now, whatever, because she had somebody that she was in love with before she passed, and it didn't work out, and it broke her heart. And I say all the time, I have so many of me and my sister have a lot of my mother's traits. Like we're nurturing, we're strong, we stick by who we are. I mean, we stick by the person that we're with no matter what. And it could be through storms. You get what I'm saying? But when we love hard. And she said, like, just, you know, whatever you do, just don't end up like me. I'm like, what do you mean by that? And she's like, don't end up alone. Because being alone, it could be good. It could be good for your spirit because you get to know you more, whatever, but it's not fun. Everybody wants to have somebody to love or whatever. And that shit, when I tell you, every single time that I go through something, that's all that I hear is her voice just saying that. And I ain't gonna cry.
Yeah.
But it's sad that we're in this place. You know what I mean? That this world is just so like everybody's so nasty. Like everybody is so fucking nasty and so unsure and so afraid to just be with a dope person. Like, what is so hard about that?
Yeah.
And you gotta prove so much.
You know what?
Shit.
It's crazy
You
too.
like me
It's
or you
crazy
don't.
because I watched today's.
And that song, Rosa Had a Little Lamb.
Today's generation of females,
Yep.
and even today's generation of dudes, and it's like the whole respect level for each other is totally out the window.
Yeah, man.
You know, like things we valued and how we were brought up and
Yep.
everything like that. It's just totally out the window. It's totally
Absolutely.
gone. And the way dudes talk to females now is crazy.
Yo.
The way females talk to dudes now is craziness. And
It's disgusting.
and I'm like, wow, man. You know, like this is where we at right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when I look at people that's 40 plus, or even embarking on just mature, like, you know, like Jay's in the building, but he's mature.
Yeah, very.
For his age. You know what I'm saying? Like me and him can have some deep conversations.
Absolutely.
Just about life and about people and everything. But I look at this younger generation, man, and I get so disgusted. I'm like, yo, y'all missing out on a lot of things because, one, you're too worried about what other people think about you.
Yes.
That's one. Two, you glorifying the wrong things. Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
But again, that's why I said earlier, I think it just depends on your upbringing. Like, you know, me and Justin, like... Oh. Tap.
Oh, they cut the switch off.
Oh, is it?
But, yeah,
the switch?
There's a switch on the mic.
Oh, on
But
it,
anyway,
yeah.
Anyway,
I feel... we say it all the time, our family is as dysfunctional as it gets. We have a lot of love. We have a very huge family, but honestly speaking, just me, like when I was growing up as a child, like I saw so much love, you know what I mean, in my family. He said it's fine. Oh, and like I know, like, you know, Justin, he's younger, so like he didn't really see a lot of what I saw growing up. But you caught up quick, you know what I mean? And we just, I don't know, this family was raised on a lot of love, even if some of it was dysfunctional. We saw a lot that we probably shouldn't have seen or whatever the case is. But, you know, he and I come from a place where we believe in like the good parts of love and the good parts of life and, you know, like how a person should feel when you're with somebody. Like, so we're not going to go out there with that negative energy. And sometimes he got to calm me down. Like, listen here, you being negative, I don't want to hear all that. Yeah. Does that a lot. Because I'm so tired. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get tired and you stop believing sometimes. And it might take one person to come along and wake you up to feel like, oh, damn, there you are. You know what I mean? And then sometimes you find that person, and then sometimes it doesn't work out for whatever reasons. And it's like blow after blow. So it's hard. I don't get most of it, but
it's also, I feel like it's also, you got to think about what were your parents doing? What kind of morals and stuff were they teaching you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because every generation is gonna have
a different,
outlook. Yeah, like you're gonna have the parents who are doing the most that they can and teaching the kids about whatever they can. so that way they can be better and know, okay, listen, I'm gonna decide to know this person before I decide I want to be with them, or just mess them up.
Yeah.
We got to think about how we're gonna be raising the next generation and try to home them in to bring them back and realizing old values.
Yeah.
But
see, and with us, we saw a lot of beautiful relationships crumble, even with our own parents, or even with family, or whatever the case was. So we understand the level of having something beautiful, and then losing it in the blink of an eye. So when you go forward to try to be with somebody, or to engage in any type of conversation with somebody that may be able to lead to a relationship, we're already prepared for what may or may not come. You get what I'm saying? And then to have to understand the disappointment of that, or now we got to strap up and really be there for the person that we're with, because that person, we may have came into that person's life for a reason, or vice versa.
Right.
So it just depends on the kind of person that you are and what you foresee in your life.
Facts. Shout out to Ingrid Judge said you can be single and happy too.
Absolutely. I'm not, but
Yeah. I mean, but most.
You can, but I believe that, everybody, the human race, we're supposed to have a companion. So yeah, you can find a life happy by yourself,
right?
And that's great. But
some people are really content with that.
But the nature of it all, we're supposed to have somebody.
Be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
I'm single and happy, but sometimes I ain't happy. Sometimes I want to be held at night.
You better talk about it.
I'm tired.
Mama bully. Oh, mama bully.
Right.
I just want to be held. Sometimes.
Yo, you stupid.
It's true though. It's true. Like I feel like, hypothetically speaking, right?
I think I need a hug.
I do. I do need a hug. Like, hypothetically speaking, right? And we're saying hypothetical because God has his hand over y'all. But if you never met Sandy, what do you think your life would look like?
Hoish.
Oh, my Jesus.
You asked me.
Daddy Waddy?
No, hoish, because I'll probably be each week. If I didn't have a commitment, if I wasn't in a committed relationship,
right?
Whatever like that, I'd probably be dating every week. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably be spending a lot of money, and each week it'd probably be a different female.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
but the fact that
bachelor life.
Right. But the fact that you got married, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like it's because of the fact that you found something in her that was stability. You know what I mean? Or because sometimes when and I hate to use the word settle because I don't think marriage should be a settling thing. But when we get married, I believe that we're marrying someone who we feel meshes. You know what I'm saying? Like they give you everything that you need enough to say I could do this.
The real truth why we work is because Sandy put up with my shit and I put up with her shit.
Amen. Okay.
And that's it. You got to find somebody that tolerates you for who you are,
right.
and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we get into these relationships and everybody tries to change you. People try to change you. Oh,
can't change no man.
Just why don't you do more of this? Just why don't you be like this?
I've been there.
Yeah, and you get to a point where I just want to just do me and be me.
Be me. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kids, why don't you do this? Why don't you stop doing this? Why you got to wear this? And why you got to do? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's like we don't really go through that. Like we don't really, 5 years was a training period. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not to like that number.
Yeah,
okay.
5 years was a training period, whatever like that. So we at a point now is we just, my thing is I'm more concerned about, only thing I get on her about now is health things. You know what I'm saying? And I said, no, you need to cut back on this or blah, 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 whatever like that. And I can do that because I'm her husband.
Right.
But other than that, man, it's like, it's no pressures. You do you, I do me. If I'm doing too much, let me know. If you doing too much, I'm gonna let you know. But
because that's a rare thing to hear, especially from a man sometimes. Yeah. And they say it's us, but whatever.
No, real talk.
Just saying.
No, real talk. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, and she's cool with a lot. I got a lot of female friends, you know. And it's like
No, y'all are dope with that. I've seen it.
No. I got a lot of female friends.
Yeah.
She got male friends, whatever, you know, and whatever. But my thing is, I'm respectful. You know what I'm saying?
Secure.
Yeah, I'm respectful. She's secure.
And you're secure.
And yeah.
And you're secure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, was I repeating myself?
Nah.
I had a glitch in the system. I'm sorry. He's secure.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's like it's all good. We don't care about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Denise. She on the check-in. She watching the show. Like when I wanted to go to Chanel's thing, the premiere and everything like that, whatever. And she was like, call Denise up, and maybe you and Denise could go because she was tired. She had something to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's why
like,
I love Sandy. I'm serious. I'm not trying to be funny. Like,
yeah, everybody
that's
can't
dope.
do that. Like everybody can't do that, whatever, like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I make it a point that she knows my female friends and whatever the case may be, and they get cool, whatever, you know. And that's it, you know. But I see so many people in relationships get so uptight, intense when it comes to people of the opposite sex or whatever like that, you know. And I'm at a point in my life where I don't give about too much when it comes to certain things, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, it's just like, come on, man. Life is short. Live.
Be happy.
Be happy. But
Talk about it, D.
But be respectful.
Deidre said, Sandy is the blueprint for a stable wife. Amen. I'm going to clap that up.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, shout out to
Sandy's
Victor Johnson. He said some people are not secure in their loved ones. Victor said, like, Donkey from Shrek, gotta have friends.
You know what?
Ingrid said, you make sure she feels protected and secure. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like, you know, like nobody gonna come out of pocket when it comes to my wife or whatever. Like nobody gonna come out of pocket. Right. But she understands the fact I had female friends before her. You know what I'm saying? We've been together, 5 years?
Yeah.
5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I known Kiss longer than I known Sandy. You know, and certain other close female friends like Trish or whatever like that. But now it's like we at a point.
I used to be nervous when he first met Sandy. It's like not nervous. Like obviously we never did anything. There was nothing. There was nothing between us other than us being dope friends or whatever. But you know, you worry about that sometimes, especially when I was hearing him talking about her, and I'm like, oh, you got a friend? What's going on? You know, so you want to be able to be comfortable.
We're past the smash phase. No,
wait, I'm like, what?
Well, how you doing?
Well, what? You got a haunted what?
We passed the smash phase.
Nah, but she was. Sandy's been dope since day one. Point blank. Period. She's been dope since day one. And I recognize why you guys got along because he's goofy as shit, and so she's goofy as shit. You know, and when you have trust, you just have that chemistry. It's everything. It's everything. When you're secure, when you have trust, when you don't worry about shit because you've been through so much that it's like, at this age, I'm going to be worried about this nonsense. Like, what we talking about? We're too old for this shit, you know? So,
shout
when
out
you can find that balance is
Takesha on the check-in. Listen, we talking about love and people playing games and trying to find the right one and everything. A lot of people have a difficult time, man, with just finding somebody that's just for them.
But do you think that reason is because most people guard themselves so much and they block their own blessings?
That
or is it
and
just
expectations.
Very high expectations.
Some of
Know
y'all,
that shit.
some of y'all got expectations way up here.
Superficial expectations.
But you're only willing to give this much.
The bare minimum.
This much.
And
But
it's
your
like the audacity of you.
expectations for other people's is way up here.
The audacity
That's your
of
damn
you.
problem.
Yep.
That's your damn problem.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot. And listen, I gotta say this to some of my ladies. Listen, ladies, you know I love y'all.
Talk about it.
Anybody that know me know I love women and all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I respect whatever you love and all that. But me, I love women, and I study women. And my thing is, I watch certain women have expectations all the way to freak up here. And everything, and I want a man that can do this, and I want a man that can do that for me. I want a man that can blah blah blah, and I want a man whatever like that.
It's clean the floor.
And then when a brother asks her, well, you know, I would just like a woman that can do this for me. I ain't doing that.
Yeah. I ain't doing that.
That ain't me. I ain't gonna be doing that. Well, you can find somebody else then. You see, that's your damn problem.
Yeah.
Some of y'all don't realize. You know, men are very simple.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
We are.
Don't say
when
that.
it comes to certain things.
No, the same way y'all can sit here. A lot of men sit here and say that women don't know how to apologize, and women this and women that.
I don't got high expectations.
I'm not saying that you don't have high expectations. What I'm saying is that you know how many times I've heard, "I'm simple." Oh, it's simple to please me. Oh, it's simple this and simple that, and then you get what the person is like. This is what you call simple. Simple is me just going above and beyond, and you just sitting there and taking and not doing shit for me. Like where's the? Oh, hey.
I knew it was coming. That's a new thing.
That's Wu-Tang.
That's a new thing. Caller from the 908. State your name, where you calling from. You on the Storm Warning Show. What's good?
I'm calling from Tampa, Florida.
I love the voice.
Is this Deidre?
This your big sister.
Hi, Mama.
Deidre, what's up, baby? What's going on?
Hey.
Hi.
I can't sleep.
She said I can't sleep.
What's on your mind? What's on your brain?
Well, you just about expectations, women's expectations. What I expected was different from what was way different from what 40, and is astronomically different as I am in my 50s. I need you to just know to put on clean drawers every day.
Why you got on dirty drawers? Is the question.
Hello, no drawers, especially down here in Florida, baby. Oh,
wait, so you had a date and somebody showed up commando?
I need a man who knows how to date. Men have forgotten how to date. They go from, "Hey, Ma, how you doing? You look good," to, "I get a dick picture in my text message."
Oh, girl.
3 days later. Huh?
Yeah. What? You guys say, what?
I'm like, come on now. Can you at least tap in to what I may like?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say I don't like the D, but that's just not what I want to lead with.
Right. Yes.
That's not what I want to lead with. I want, what is your foundation? Do you believe in any higher being? Do you go to the dentist at least once a year? It's something.
Yeah.
Yo,
something.
D, you off the hook. I miss you.
I know. You know, Deidre,
y'all gotta bring the show on the road to Tampa.
You know what? We might do that because we.
Wait, so you out there now for good?
I am here for good. This is home now.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
long as Tampa is treating you good.
Well, I miss you, my God-fearing freaky sister. Because Deidre's whole like vibe is so. She a freak, but I love her.
I like freaks.
But you know what it is? I love her because she's honest about who she is. You get what I'm saying? There's no, well, I didn't know she was da-da-da-da. Because people see her, she's God-fearing. She's very much, she believes in God and she does all these
when
things.
you 50, I'm
people don't expect
like
that,
this.
Right? They feel like you're
when
supposed
you're
to be
50 plus, by now you should admit your freakiness.
Hell yeah.
Just be honest with your freakiness and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Respect your freakiness.
If I can find the right man, he'll understand what I've been telling.
You know what?
On something.
Oh my God!
The right.
What you just said. I love the Lord. I love the Lord with all my heart.
Absolutely.
But people misconstrue just because I love the Lord and will pray you up under the desk. I have a relationship. And I don't need you infiltrating my relationship by putting your judgment on who I am.
Facts.
That's not your responsibility.
Right.
Facts.
Your responsibility is to get your own relationship, be who you are, love God the way you want to love God, and quit worrying about other people.
Hello.
Word up.
And walk into your freakness. Look here. We were made
freakness.
She said, walk into your freakness.
Listen. How you do that with stilettos on?
Listen, D, we love you. We thank you for calling in.
I love you too. I love y'all too. I'm so proud of y'all always.
Oh,
I'm waiting on
mamas.
to go to the movies and to the premieres and stuff.
All right.
Well, shoot, you missed 2 already.
Yeah. You missed.
Don't repent. rub it in.
That's
I
all
know,
right. That's
but
all right.
it's actually the when we spoke about it, it's gonna be on Tubi soon. From
Yes,
as far as
in
Chanel was
August,
saying,
in
in August. So as soon as that goes up, I'll post it and I'll tag you.
Yes,
I'll be sure
Kiss,
to let you
Kiss
know
did a
about it.
thing. I was the comic relief.
Norm did his thing. You was comedy, but you was dope. You were dope.
I'm so proud of both of you. Give
Thank
Sandy
you.
a big old hug for me. Just pull Justin hair a little bit for me.
I will. He over there. Look at him. Look. He came in here smiling. Look at him. I can't.
I love y'all.
Love you too.
Love you too. Love you
Be
too.
safe out there.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
God bless. Let's get back to some of these questions. So let me go scroll all the way back. Denise said, "Can men be intimidated by strong women and not approaching them?" Let me tell you something. I had some what people would consider quality, what other people would consider quality women, but evidently they didn't make the cut because I didn't marry none of them. But
Right.
had some decent women with, as far as looking and appearance and this and all, whatever. Now, when it comes to all these women that comes to my head, I really wasn't the aggressor.
Right.
So I think when a woman knows what she wants, it's okay for a woman to be the aggressor. I think personally, just like when a man knows what he wants, it's okay for him to be the aggressor.
Right, but aggressor to what degree?
The
Because
aggressor
some-
to making the first move. That's what I mean.
Okay.
To making that first move. Like if that's what you really feeling or whatever. But here's my thing. A lot of people fear rejection, and I get it. A lot of people fear rejection. Okay, what if I do make this first move and like he shoots me down? Or the guy, what if I do make this first move and she shoots me down? You'll never know till you try. And so what? And so what? You know how many times I've been shot down? And then do you know how many times that my approach worked?
Yeah.
It worked out for me. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, go for it, man. Go for it.
You never know till you try.
Yeah, you never know till you try. But also to start readjusting your criteria for things too. Because some of y'all got unrealistic criteria for finding somebody. It's just unrealistic. I want him to have broad shoulders.
At baby Kevin Samuels over here.
I want him to have broad shoulders.
Broad shoulders.
I want him to be driving a such and such. He got to live in a such and such. He got to do this. Your criteria is all off the mark.
But do you understand?
And that's why you end up falling all the time when it comes to finding a relationship. Go ahead.
But do you understand why, as a woman who is nothing like
bring
that?
Them things here no more.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring some more later. It's so difficult it's so hard to hear what you just said, right?
Okay.
And to not get a little bit upset.
Okay.
Because I'm somebody, I know I'm somebody, I don't really, I don't do too much when it comes to, as far as expectations, right? I try to accept things that are thrown at me and figure it out. I don't think I've ever had a preference, right, of the kind of guy that I wanted to be with. And I think it shows in all my relationships. You see them, you be like, really? Huh? For real? What? They were all so different because I never had this thing, well, he got to be stocky. He got to be, I've dated skinny. I've dated Spanish. I've dated, black. I've dated muscular, whatever. But it wasn't like I was looking for that. The majority, right. But the thing is, like, it's so much harder for a woman like me who doesn't really have high expectations. I don't really sit here with this book that says I need this, that, and the third from a man. I just expect somebody to show up, show me who you are, and we're going to figure it out after that. And at the end of the day, I don't care what kind of car you drive. I don't care what kind of job you have. I don't care how many kids you have, because that's a big thing. Like, women have the fucking audacity to sit there and say, oh, I ain't going to mess with no man if he got kids and baby mamas and blah, 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 blah. But we'll sit there and cuss the whole world out if you got 5 and 6 kids and mad because somebody don't want to talk to you. And it goes beyond just the amount of kids that you have. It goes beyond that. It could very well be that you and your representative show up, right? And right at the gate, I don't like you. Because it could be how you speak. It could be how you carry yourself. If you're ratchet, if you pop your tongue every time you speak. People have different preferences about what they do and don't like. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I've ever been like that. but yet it's so difficult for me to just be myself because I'm always concerned about what you're expecting from me. You get what I'm saying? So again, to be able to sit with somebody and actually converse and get back a good chemistry and have a good vibe, it's I hate to say that it's rare, but it is. It's very rare. And when you find it, it's like, damn, you're dope.
Right.
How many times have you said in your lifetime, damn, you're dope, before you figured it out with Sandy? You get what I'm saying?
Right. Facts.
I'm sure you said you dope, but it was for different reasons. Because you was thotty-waddy. So you was just going for whatever, and let's just see where it goes. And if it don't happen, whatever, I got the cheeks, see what I'm saying? A lot of people are still like that. And it's so sad. Like, even people like our age, y'all still thinking about the smash or pass or whatever. Like, nobody has any type of goals to, like, invest with each other, like, to build and to, it's fickle, man. It's fickle.
Yeah, man. It's too much work in the hole.
It's way too much work. Unnecessary shit, too.
Shout out to Takeisha. She said, it's hard, but thought I had the right one and got disappointed to the max. I followed the rules, LOL, and handled all aspects of how a relationship was supposed to be. 6 years of a lesson learned.
Oof.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
She also says sometimes the more you do, the more they expect. Long story short, on the market by choice.
Well, good luck,
hey,
mama.
She said, and be honest with what you want when trying to holler at someone as well.
Yes.
Denise said we both did our thing, talking about the movie.
Oh, thank you.
Victor said, thank you, Denise. Adina Howard is one of the freak disciples.
Oh, my God, Victor.
Denise said, I'm old school and think a man should approach me. Yeah,
but but Denise, I have to ask, do you say that because of the fact that you think that men misconstrue how aggressive you are? Because I know a lot of women don't like a lot of men don't like a lot of aggression when it comes to women. Am I wrong to say that? To a certain degree.
No, you're not. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, some men are turned on by you making the first move, but some guys do not like that. Why do you think that is?
Because they start to think you're like that.
Like you're trying to be a man, and you're trying to be.
And you're like that with everybody. So in other words, if you are, I want the D, I want the D. I'm just saying, if you like, I want the D, I want the D, I want the D. They think
why
you like
you growl like that?
They think you like that with every guy you meet.
No, that was so.
I'm just saying. Well, I want the D, I want the D, I want the D. Let me do it in Mama Jones' voice. Mama
that shit was so creepy.
Do it in Mama Jones' voice.
I want the D. Come on over here, Papi, and give me the D. My God.
Let me stop. Let me stop.
I'm just saying, that was fucking creepy. You growled. That shit was so strange. It made me feel weird inside. Don't ever do that again.
Shout out to Jason Edwards at Peace, Peace, Harlem World. You don't stop. Jason.
Who?
Jason.
Who? Fat Lace.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay.
No doubt. But I'm just saying, it's like, listen, when dudes see a female like that, sometimes they just think like, oh, she like that with every dude.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a turn off. When a guy thinks he ain't special, just like a woman when she thinks she ain't special.
I get it.
And like, he like that with every chick. Or a guy's like, oh, she like that with every dude.
With every dude, yeah.
Yeah, it's a turn off.
Yeah.
It's a turn off. You know, I want to feel special. The female want to feel special.
But again, I feel like there's no room for that.
If your nickname is Mocha, just say, I'll be like, oh, that's my Mocha, right? And then you hear me say that to another chick, oh, that's my Mocha. Yeah. You ain't gonna feel special.
I am.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like,
damn,
damn, okay, so you just
have
that pet name for every damn body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like men want to feel special too.
But see, I think. Well, of course, yeah. I think it's hurtful for anybody when you're in a situation and you know, right? You know for a fact that you know how you are as a person. Like with me, I know I'm a bit of the freak, right? I have a very high sex drive, all these things, whatever. We don't have to go into every single one. Oh, shut up. Okay. Very. But my whole thing is, I don't just expect somebody to just be okay with that because that's what you know what I mean? That's what I like or whatever.
Right.
I just think that people just need to slow down sometimes and just learn how to speak, like learn how to have a conversation first. But I think people are so afraid to do that because, again, I think people have become very comfortable with the idea of what you were just talking about. Just jumping into things and say what you want, because most people at the very beginning, they'll go for whatever you're giving them because they figure it's easy. But for a person who, you know what I'm saying? But for a person who sits back and really just wants to like nurture a situation, you know what I mean? Like you want to sit there and you want to talk. You want to, what happened?
How do you feel about, like, you know, certain people when they meet somebody on the first date or something, they show all their best attributes, right?
The representative?
The representative.
Yeah, like, right. And then...
Okay, so really quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but when you say the representative, right? Does that have to always be like a negative thing? Or because when you say representative, to me, it comes off like I'm showing you who I think you want to see, and then later on I'm gonna hit you with the bullshit.
But that's
you
what
know
I'm saying. Like you have people who are gonna show you what you want in the beginning.
How do you know that's what I want?
But this is what I'm saying. But
right,
you have people who could pick it up.
Yeah.
They could just, oh, okay, I can, you know, I know what to say to somebody to make them want me and want me around. And then after a month, you start seeing that this person is crazy, and all they showed you in the beginning was just a facade just to get you.
So basically, you were being,
And then
you weren't being honest from the gate.
Right. So
pretty
then
much.
everything else after that is just like there's walls.
Well,
because they weren't being truthful to who they were.
This is why I'm not a fan of people rushing into situations in relationships, because you got to give it time so you can really marinate and to see who that person really is.
Right.
Some people will show you who they are from the door, and then some people you don't see it till like a year later.
Right.
And like, damn, okay, this
I
is
think
who
that
you
is,
are.
yeah, I think that is very rare and very. It's exciting when you meet somebody from the very beginning who shows you exactly who they are. Like I'm very big on just going with the flow, right? You can't go with the flow with everybody, right? And it's not going to happen that way with everybody. But when it happens and it genuinely happens that way, and the chemistry is just on point and whatever, that's a dope thing to have. But it's also very rare nowadays because we got all these other elements that are, you know what I mean? Men not liking women to step up and say, "Oh, well, what's your name and number?" Because right away it's like, this is what you do every time you go out. You know what I mean? Like. Right away, you can't be nice because then you're nice to everybody. You can't be nice because that means that you're flirty and you're a hoe and you're. It's tiring.
Can we normalize dates again? Like,
can we?
Like long
Dates
dates.
are
like
dope.
let's go on a date. Like, and get to know somebody instead of just okay, we're gonna be together.
Yeah.
No, let's go play pool. Let's go play bowling.
But I think
let's
you can
go hiking. Let's do things.
No, I think you can only normalize that with somebody who's on your level. Who's on the same wavelength as you, who wants the same things, who sees the same passion in being able to actually sit and get to know one another. If you don't have a person like that, it's just not gonna happen.
So okay, all right. So okay, Takesha said yes, that's what they do. Come as their representative.
Yeah.
Sad but true.
Yeah.
Ingrid said yes. Let's normalize courting again. Yeah, I mean
on both ends though.
I mean, but you know, sometimes you got to be retaught things. I'm gonna be honest. If you haven't been treated a certain type of way in so long, you got to adjust to how this feels again. You know, I haven't been treated good in so long. Like, you know, I need to learn what it is again because again, this person may be treating me good, and I don't even recognize it.
Yeah.
There's some women that don't even recognize being treated good. Right?
But that's because they feel like it's bullshit because of what they've already
and
been
there's some men that got trust issues with women that don't even recognize when a woman is being loyal.
It's being loyal and genuine.
And genuine to them. So it's rough, man. Especially shout out to everybody that's been through a hurtful relationship. And all y'all are freaking jaded.
I just spit up my
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and all y'all are freaking jaded now, right? So everybody got that one eye closed and one eye open, you know, when it comes to people now.
Both my eyes halfway closed already.
Yeah. You got
Shout
that.
out to Councilman Barry. He said, "Tell Norm." I said, "Hey, Storm."
What's good, bro?
And here, Fat Lace talking about some Harlem.
No
World.
doubt.
Don't stop. You ain't from Harlem
Denise
World.
said we are at an age of wisdom for all that game playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, listen, at this point, again, when I'm not even gonna say 50. When you 40 plus, a lot of things you should know better, and a lot of things you should be done with.
Right.
A lot of ways and certain characteristics you should be done with by now. All the BS you should be done with. The game playing you really should be done with. Some of us are still doing the same damn thing you know, he was doing when he was 20 and 25. And it's
That shit
sad.
is sad. That's like going back to your old neighborhood after 30 years and seeing the same dudes you grew up on the damn stoop. Looking the same, looking pregnant, just looking stupid. Like, what?
But you know what? Sometimes the
so-called
people
what?
that really want to treat you right and that want you, you don't want.
You don't want, right.
You don't want, you know, because everything is about, remember, I still
What can you do for me?
Yeah, that, and you got to have an initial attraction.
Exactly.
Right? So somebody could really be like, Kiss, I love you. I want to treat you right. I want to do this for you, blah, 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 blah. But if you don't have that initial attraction or whatever like that, it don't matter what they feel.
But,
So
I mean, I was getting ready to say that I was in a situation like that where I've told you about that a long time ago or whatever. And
I want to drink your bath water.
Oh, Jesus.
That's how I do it. I want to drink your bath water.
But it wasn't about initially not being attracted back. I told you I was looking more at myself to say, I see what this person is. I see what this person wants. I see what this person has come forth with as far as like showing me who he was, right? And I actually believed him. You remember I told you I actually believed this person. Like I actually thought like, yo, he's a great guy. I know that if we were together, he would treat me this, that, and the third, whatever the case was. But I more so looked at myself and thought, okay, he may want this, that, and the third for his life, and I can't provide that. Whether it be children, because you know my situation,
right.
Whether it be whatever. And I felt like, especially the thing with the children was holding me back from being able to say, I can make him happy, but also be happy myself in the situation. Because if I'm going to be in a situation where I feel like I'm lacking something that's so huge of a thing, I'm not gonna want to go forth with it, and that's why I backed away. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to like determination and growth and being able to hustle and doing whatever, there's nothing better than being with a person who kind of pushes you and encourages you all the time and basically reminds you like, yo, you're dope. Go get what you got. You know what I mean? Go get what you got to get done. But if you don't have that in a person, and if you don't have the same type of, I guess, qualities of life that you feel might mesh together, it's just the chemistry goes above and beyond just looking at a person and saying, I think you're beautiful. I think you're handsome. I think the sex is amazing. Yeah. So you know what I mean? It's way beyond that.
I'm here to tell you, all that wears off. All that wears off.
Does.
Because,
but if you can sustain that, that's a beautiful thing too.
Because you can be on this beginning trip like, oh, I'm so in love. I'm so in love. But are you in like? Because because liking somebody
is way better than loving somebody. My mother always said you gotta like somebody before you love them.
You gotta like.
Let me tell you something.
You gotta like them. All this because a lot of times
you ain't never lied.
A lot of times. Sex blurs a lot of things. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Yes, it does.
Because let's think about it. Let's be honest. We adults, right? Mm-hmm. How many times you had sex with somebody you just didn't like? And think about.
Oh, I thought it was an actual question.
No, real talk.
I was like, damn, get my business. I'm just kidding.
How many times you had sex with somebody you actually
that I didn't like?
That you didn't like, whatever.
Never.
And like.
Never.
Certain relationships and even my marriage sometimes in the early stage before we got married, I took sex out the equation just to see what the hell we had. And when I took that out,
that's the test right there.
And that was the test. That's why I'm still married to this day.
Hello.
Because I took that out the equation. Okay, what do we got after this? Because sex will blur things.
They always say you
whatever.
take away sex and you see exactly what you have in common with a person.
Exactly what you have in common with a person. And now I see why they do have. I never understood celibacy clubs, and they got clubs and stuff like that.
What?
They have clubs like for celibacy, whatever. People that they in these relationships and they practice in celibacy. And they have the best relationships, and then when they do enter into a sexual situation, it's all good.
That's
because they've been practicing celibacy, so they learned the art of intimacy. Through practicing celibacy. No, but they learn intimacy.
No, of course.
And so when they do enter into a sexual thing, it's everything is all good.
But that's clearly for people who don't understand the difference between sex and intimacy. There's a huge difference. People connect the two and make it seem like sex is intimate.
Because
No,
the
it's not.
the chemistry. I'm
The
telling you right now.
chemistry sucks ass probably. Yeah.
The chemical part of sex, when anybody
Thank you, Amber.
you deal with, it wears off
She
after a
said
while.
sex is not better than intimacy.
Yeah, it's
wait.
not.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Councilman Elderberry Good. He said, I can't do the bitter, broken, battered, busted, betrayed baggage anymore. I just simply don't have the strength anymore to
Facts.
old for it. It's true. And
Facts.
Amber said, he said sex. What's that? And Fat Lady said how much they sell a bit for. Shut up.
Stupid. Shout out to
you know what?
Kaz, what's good, fam? Listen, no, I'm telling you right now, because when you take that out the equation, you really see what you really got.
Right.
And of course you want to put it back in the equation.
Of course.
But
because it's a huge part of
Yeah,
relationships.
yeah, but
we
you-
get
but-
that.
but when
if
you
you can't turn me on and touch me in a way without that's felt without actually touching me, that there's gonna be a huge problem.
Because
that's
those-
gonna be the thing that leads your relationship every time.
Listen,
Sucks.
most of us that's 50 plus or embarking on 50.
Shit, I ain't even 50 yet.
No,
I'm
but
45.
after a while, there may be
That's it,
health reasons why y'all can't even have sex for a minute.
Kill me now.
No, but I'm just saying. No, I'm
saying.
keeping it 100. So does that mean your relationship is over or whatever the
Of
case
course
may
not.
be?
It
No,
shouldn't.
no, because you have. But see, you have to prepare.
You still got that ringtone?
Yeah, you have to prepare for things like that. That's what I'm saying, man. People
Yeah.
got to understand why intimacy is so much more important than sex.
Mhm.
And this is real talk. This some grown man ish. I'm telling y'all right now for reasons.
Yeah.
Because you could have any type of health issue that hits you or whatever like that, and it
Kill
things
me
may
now.
happen.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no,
All I'm-
she ain't lying. She
I'm
mean
not
that.
lying.
Kill me now. If I can't suck.
Norman E.
Kill me now.
Bradley.
Listen. All I'm saying is, people,
OMG.
for the ladies
Fizzle could-
that are single and just want a good man to be in their life, whatever,
here.
learn to recognize a good man.
Yo, you just talk.
Because Ingrid said earlier that, you know,
Amber said them toys gonna be on deck.
there's guys that like her or whatever that she's just not attracted to, whatever like that. So you know, Ingrid said that earlier, but maybe get to know him a little bit more.
But again, that
Shout
may,
out to Kerry. Kerry, what's good?
that may be because of the fact that people show things right away that you know automatically. Oh, I can't. You know, how many times have you walked into an event or walked into a store and you look across from him and you go, oh, he's handsome. And then they come over and open their mouth. Hey, what's up, baby?
Same.
And it's like, oh my God.
Same.
Like, I was looking at Denzel from 12 feet away. You walked up talking like motherfucking Bokeem.
Same thing with some fine.
We're not doing this shit. And girls do that too.
Fine, beautiful women.
They be across the room like, and then they bat it out. You come over like, ha! Yeah, I want like 3 Casamigos and pineapple juice for me and my bitches. Like, no.
Me and my boy
No.
would say, "Oh my God, yo, look, she's bad. Oh, yo, I'm gonna go over there and holler at her. Go over there and holler at her. She sound like
She's
mama.
like, hi, daddy.
So I'm gonna be screaming.
Exactly.
What the hell?
What?
Yeah, man.
It's gross.
Listen. Stop being so damn superficial.
Us.
Please,
Us.
women, fellas.
Mm.
Stop being so damn superficial and get to know the person.
Mm.
Get to know the inner workings of a person.
Oh, that's Atlanta.
Yeah,
Lord
we're
Jesus.
gonna take this last call, then we got to wrap. Caller from the 404. State your name, where you calling from. You on the Stone Warning Show.
Yeah, what's up? It's Troublemaker.
Troublemaker, what's good?
I so knew it.
Oh, you so knew
I
it.
smelt you. I saw
You
404.
know
I
I'm
said,
gonna call it out?
no, I just saw Atlanta. I said, any money about that's Cass ass.
Oh Lord, what's going on, bro? What's your
Man,
thoughts?
I
What's your
seen
thoughts?
This bad girl. I thought this girl was bad, hotter than hot. I said, I'm gonna get that. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do the big boy style. I took her to Fornos, right? I took her to Fornos because she lived in North. I ain't gonna say no names, but I took her to Fornos. This girl didn't know a man's supposed to pull out a chair. She ain't know a solid fork from a regular fork. I'm like, oh my God. And no matter how bad she looked, she just turned me completely off. I'm looking at her persona, the way she handled herself. I'm like, you got to be kidding. And the bitch wanted, I'm sorry. The girl wanted to order lobster like that was going to be her last meal. And she knows she used to Burger King.
Go ahead, Cass.
It was just a turn off.
Listen.
It was just a turn off. I'm talking about, I don't care how bad you look. I'm talking about, it's like my grandfather used to say, physical is only for the moment, mental is forever.
Facts.
Absolutely.
No, facts, man. I'm gonna clap it up for that.
Yes.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I didn't met some top model chicks, and then I talked to them and have a conversation with them and whatever, and I did the moonwalk. Like 20 times on them. Like, oh my God, let me get away from this man.
He did the moonwalk.
Yeah. So I mean, get to know a person. And Ingrid, I'm gonna say this to you: some of those brothers that's really feeling you, you may not be attracted. Oh, they don't have the look you want, the physique you want, whatever the case may be.
Those be the ones that'll give you the world.
Yeah,
you never know.
Give you the world and treat you like a queen. At least get to know these people.
Yeah.
And Denise, no, I get what you're saying too. Like, the way you was brought up, a man should approach you first, whatever, if he's interested. No, I get that. But listen, Sandy, when me and Sandy met, she approached me.
Because I feel like it should be a mutual thing. You just have to know what you're doing. You don't have to be like.
She met me at saw me at a Mission Entertainment event at MetLife, and she approached me and whatever.
What she said?
She was just aggressive. That's all.
She was aggressive?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she was aggressive.
Wait, what she said? Wait, you gotta tell me later because that's funny. I don't even see that. God knows she's goofy.
I want to get Sandy to call in so she can confirm it.
No, this is the truth. And I felt like Stuart from Mad TV. No,
I do it at my own pace.
Yeah.
You was like,
I was like Stuart from Mad TV. I was like,
no. I do it at my own pace. Yo, I don't even see that.
Straight up.
Oh
and
my
then finally
God.
I said, okay, you can have it.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
Dream? You're stupid. I'm so done with you.
All right.
Oh, no, we got to
listen, Cass, thanks for calling in. We appreciate you. We'll be back next week on the Storm Warning Show, man.
Yes,
we got
yes,
some
yes.
more hot topics. I'm going to have another guest for y'all, and we're going to talk about some things.
Oh, jeez.
But listen, we may do a post show on my deck right now. We're going to leave and have some drinks before the transport come.
Listen, that'd be funny.
We're going to do a post show.
Look, he's
We're going to do a post show. We're just going to go live.
Okay.
All right, from the deck.
From the deck.
So stay tuned, y'all.
The deck, not
Give
the
us like
deck.
about 10 minutes. All right.
Not the deck, the deck.
Peace and blessings. We'll see y'all
Good night, you
next
guys.
week.
Thank
Storm
you so
Warning
much.
Show. Y'all already
Shout out
know
to
what
Daniel
it is.
Ali. Oh, I keep saying Ali.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to our
everybody.
guest man, Danielle
Yes.
Ali.
He
Make sure
said
y'all
no
get that
later.
book. Y'all see the link in my post. Go get his book.
Yes.
Support that book. And he got
Love
a
and
film
the
coming
Game.
out
Mhm.
very soon, all right?
Yes,
Let's wish him the best with all these film festivals and everything.
Absolutely.
I want to thank everybody for joining us. God bless. We'll see y'all next week.
This is the Storm Warning Show.
You are funny.